Hi there, Scorpio, and welcome back to Star Lord's Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of July 2019. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for the Scorps. First up, we have the Major Arcana, the Hanged Man, upright, followed then by the Ace of Wands, upright. Next, we have the Five of Swords in the upright, followed then by the King of Pentacles upright. Next we have the Two of Cups in the upright, followed then by the Eight of Swords reversed. And next we have the Queen of Swords in the upright, followed then by the Nine of Pentacles upright. And then we have the Knight of Swords in the upright. Lastly, we have the Six of Swords upright. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and interpret this read for you guys. First of all, Scorpio, for your overall energy, you have that of the Hanged Man in the upright position. The Hanged Man in the upright position generally points to a stalemate. There is an area of your life, perhaps, that is held up. You're in a waiting, like a holding pattern, awaiting something. For some of you, you could be waiting for a legal judgment to finish. Others of you could be waiting for a trial to wrap up. Others of you could be waiting for pretty much anything. It's just a general read, so it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you could be waiting on another person. Some of you could be waiting on finances. For some reason, you're feeling a little bit held up in some area of your life. You're waiting for something for something to turn around, for a turnaround in a situation. Sometimes the Hanged Man is there because we need to look at a situation from a different perspective. And sometimes it's there because of the fact that we cannot proceed or we cannot move ahead because we're waiting on other people in order for them to do their thing so that we can then, react to whatever's going on. So however it is resonating in your life, that's what it's representing. And what's crossing you is the Ace of Wands in the upright position. The Ace of Wands ushers in a new passion. It could be that maybe for some of you, because it is crossing the Hanged Man, maybe you're waiting on this new opportunity. Maybe you could cash in on or take advantage of, but perhaps you have to wait. You can't act just yet with the Hanged Man being here. But the Ace of Wands is bringing in, ushering in a new beginning in something that's bringing passion towards you. So for some of you, it could be a new career, or for others of you, it could be a passionate new relationship. But for some reason, there's a period of waiting and a stalemate attached to this new beginning. But it is there. Some of you could be getting a little bit impatient, a little bit antsy. Scorpios, we can get impatient sometimes. But it could just be something that's going to be worth the wait in the end. But for some reason, we have to wait for a certain period of time. Now, in the past, this is something that could have taken place a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. We do have the Five of Swords here in the upright position. Five of Swords mainly points to conflict. Now, this could be a big conflict with other people. Perhaps you were involved with a verbal battle that it could have been playing out at work or in the family or in a relationship. But this is a lot of words being said. It's also known as the empty victory card. So this is where you may win the battle, but you lose the war, in the sense that you could have gotten into a scrimmage with someone, say your best friend, and then, the fight's over, but now you've realized that you just lost your best friend, that kind of thing. So some of you could have gotten into some kind of battle. Now, like I said, it could be in a relationship, but this could also have played out with friends, family, work situation, what have you, career. Leaving the month of June and moving into the month of July, we have the energies of the King of Pentacles in the upright position. This is a court card, so it could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, this is earth energy, that of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, male or female. Now, it could be that this King of Pentacles was important in some area of your life. This is usually concerning stability. Pentacles govern the tangible things in life, such as our career, our work, our finances, home security, that kind of thing. King of Pentacles can sometimes represent say for example, a real estate agent or a financial advisor. So perhaps for some of you, maybe this is the person you're waiting on, or this person lets you know that you can proceed with certain things, a home purchase or things like that, but you're going to have to wait a little bit in order for things to all unfold. So it could be that, or this could be a banker that's telling you just put the brakes on right now, we'll be able to proceed as time goes on. But this person could represent your significant other. Maybe this is just a person who's being very stable at a time when maybe, you know, you're feeling a little bit unstable, Scorpio, because of this, you know, having to put the brakes on something. And that energy gives way in the early part of July to the lovely energies of the Two of Cups in the upright position. This is beautiful energy, really. The Two of Cups is where we're feeling that simpatico one-on-one click with another person. This could represent you spending some quality time with either your best friend, or this could be you having a great conversation that maybe changes the way you think about things, gives you a new perspective on life. Sometimes this can usher in a new romantic relationship that just feels right. It just feels amazing because the Two of Cups is connected to that twin flame and soulmate energy. So it looks like a really good experience, you know, for you, Scorpio, with another person, where there's just like a lot of great energy being exchanged back and forth. And around the middle of the month, we see the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. When the Eight of Swords is in the upright position, this can be where we're feeling trapped, where we feel like we can't go this way, we can't go that way. Our own mind is trapping us because we can't stop the ruminating thoughts from going around and around and around. And we feel like we're trapped. We can't move this way, we can't move that way. But the card is now inverted, which indicates to me that there's going to be a release. It could be maybe for some of you, whatever is being held up here, maybe it was making you feel trapped because you couldn't move because of the hold that this situation had on you. And it could be the conversation that you have with someone helps you to realize that you're really not trapped at all. And, you know, it helps you get out of your own head. Or for others of you, this new relationship or budding new relationship helps you stop thinking over and over and over again about that other situation that won't get out of your head. You're finally able to release those thoughts. And this is you internally, how you're going to be feeling during the month of July. Not necessarily the face you're showing to the world, but you're going to be like the Queen of Swords in the upright position. The Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense personality. Queen of Swords speaks her truth. She cuts to the chase. She wants to talk about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She is also someone with a very clear mind and clear thoughts. So it could be that you're speaking very sharply, very clearly, and very logically this month, Scorpio, because the Queen of Swords leaves emotion out of the equation. And Scorpios, being a water sign, sometimes can be overly emotional with their speech because that's just how water signs process everything through their emotions first. But it looks like this month, for some reason, you could be a little bit detached from the emotional aspect of things because you're trying to be very clear and get something nailed down here. And that's what the Queen of Swords is really good at. And in your people and environment, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. Sometimes this position can show us what the other people in our lives are seeing us as, you know, the strong, independent person, which is the Nine of Pentacles. It could be that there's someone in your environment that you're dealing with that's acting extremely independent, or this could be how people are seeing you as being really independent in your thought this month and independent and very directed in your actions. But the Nine of Pentacles is someone who can take care of themselves. They definitely have the independent streak because they know that they're perfectly capable of looking after themselves. They have the stability that they need, and it comes from within. So that's a very strong, both of these very strong individuals. So it could be you're very self-directed and very strong this month because you're dealing with, it looks like maybe a couple of different situations in your life. It looks like it could be a little bit of a complicated month, Scorpio, but it does look like, you know, there's a purpose to all of this. There's a very important purpose to it, and that's why you're being like the Queen of Swords. Now, in your hopes and fears position, we do have the Knight of Swords here in the upright position. This is not surprising because of the fact that the Knight of Swords is the one who rushes in with the information and the confirmation and the communication that we're looking for. So that's what I mentioned earlier about maybe the Scorpios are feeling a little impatient this month, and it could be because you're waiting for that information to come in. You're hoping that it comes in very quickly and just swoops in and puts an end to the stalemate. You know, so obviously it's the whatever the situation is for you with the Hanged Man. It's something that it could be trying your patience a little bit, and you want things to move faster and move quicker, but everything evolves at its proper time and energy. So the last card you have up here that concludes the reading, concludes the month for you, is the Six of Pentacles in the upright. Or sorry, the Six of Swords in the upright. The Six of Swords is moving on. This is moving on from emotional difficulties. We see the Five of Swords here in your past, and the Six of Swords is the card that follows, which is about moving all away from all of this stuff. So it could be that for some of you, the conflict you experienced in the past or the difficulties you see at the end of the month, you're moving clearly past them. You're just moving on from that emotional turmoil that may have been there, that may have caused problems in the past. You're completely moving on from that. For others of you, you could be literally moving. This is where it looks like the movement happens. Maybe you're waiting and waiting, and at the end of the month, something finally breaks and you're able to move on, because that's what the Six of Swords is all about, being able to move on. It does indicate travel too, so perhaps some of you are looking to go somewhere. Maybe that's why you're impatient, because you've been wanting to take this trip or you've been wanting to make this move. But it looks like it happens. It's clear sailing, smooth sailing ahead after, like, towards the end of the month. But it's definitely not a bad reading. It's a pretty good reading. You do have the Two of Cups here. We do have, you know, a brand new passionate start and about something that we're moving towards. And you do have the release of anxiety and thoughts and so forth that were holding you back. And you do have the ultimate moving on. Really, really good reading. Okay, Scorpio, so that is your read. I hope it helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.